Hey, welcome to the BILLEMERY transitional terrain videos. You know, I was playing around with the step videos for JPC, and I was experiencing something like this. See these crevices right there? Why are those being created? What creates those things right there? Well, essentially, what I did is let's see, tab. Let me see if I can make this pop for you. Change it to red. Red, okay, and 200. These are terrain breaks. That's all I'm going to show you. I'm going to specify the terrain breaks. Turn on the. See those terrain breaks that I have right there? And what's happening is this. You can see how the topo lines are getting all crudted up right there. Let's look at this terrain break right here and see what the transition distance is, 120 inches. Well, what I had done is I had taken these right here, and I think I had changed those transition distance to 2 inches. Suppose I change it back to 120. Well, that's not what I expected. How about if I change this one to 120? Yeah, that's 120. And there it is. There it is. That's the transitional distance that BILLEMERY was talking about. He says that without, I'm not sure what he was saying. He was talking, hold on a second. Let me find it. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Bill says the anomaly you are seeing when you stretch the terrain is that area trying to revert back to zero, as it has no elevation information nearby. So why is it returning to zero? Why zero? Well, maybe because I have my terrain set at I set it at zero. I always set it relative to the finished floor. And so I appreciate what Bill just said, because now if I take all my terrain breaks right here and I check the terrain and recheck the terrain distance to U, oh, doggone it. Let's make it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. U. Transition distance, 2 inches. See? I think Bill's right. I think he says it wants to revert back to zero. What are my topo lines at? Oh, geez. Let's see if I can quickly terrain contour, primary contours, default text style. I don't know. Shit, 100 half inch. I don't understand. 2 inches. I want to be able to see that stuff. Hold on. Primary contours, 1/2 inch. Define. Edit. How about change it to a 10? Okay. Let me see if I can just see those numbers. Yeah. See, the numbers are bigger. So that's what Bill is saying. Is he's saying that it wants to revert back to. I don't know what he was saying. Because I redefine my transition distance, I think he's saying that this break line is just influencing things within 2 inches, because that's the way I defined it, U. So if I go back to 120, try this one to change it back to 120, the transition distance, and change this one. Oh, check this one out, U. Change that to 120. Now what happens? That's what he's talking about. In fact, I could have kept the transition distance at 2 inches if I had moved one of these terrain regions over to influence it. So the question is, what should you? I mean, suppose I made these transitional distances instead of 120. How about if I make it 400? Now look what's happening. What's 400? No. U. How about 12? How about 480? 480 divided by 12, that's 40 feet. Okay, fine. Now let's take a look at it. What is 40 feet away? Shift P. Is this 40 feet? Oh, it's 30. There you go. 37 feet. My terrain has. Okay. This terrain break is going to kind of project out. I define it as 480 inches, which is 40 feet. So, but the distance is only 37 feet to the terrain, and so that's what's affecting it. Suppose I pull it out suppose I pull this out even further. I don't know. Not what I'm not sure what I expected, to be quite frank with you. Yeah. So suppose I change this. How about if I change this back to, that is at 2 inches already. How about if I change it to 120? What is, I'm not sure. How about if I change this to 2 inches? That's what this is all about. Check that out. Look at this one change on this break line has an influence of 2 inches. And look, it created this mess right here, right? If I change it back to 120, kind of flattens it out. Change it to 400. I'm not sure what, look at that. There's a magic number in there. I made that 400. I don't get it. If I change it to 120, it's okay. If I change it to 2 inches, it goes bad again. You check that out? You see that? Just that one little thing affects things. That's really weird, isn't it? I mean, why what's so magic about 120? Do you think this right here has much of an influence on anything? Elevation. Interpolate. I don't get this. You see what just happened? I can't put it into words what's happening. I just can't. Interpolate. Now look what's happening. That's a real mess. I don't think I like to use this interpolate because I can't figure it out. So I usually don't even like to use that. And so now if I select what is that? That's on line style, terrain elevation data. Select everything, lock it, except terrain elevation data. Unlock that. So now I can select these. So theoretically, I can select these things. I think. You think I selected that thing too? Yeah. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Change it to 120. That looks pretty good. Change it to 2. Big cavity. You can change it to 400. Check that out. Check out what happens there. It's like there's some magic number. You can see how all the terrain kind of messes up. It's 120. Why 120? How about 80? Not good. How about 160? 160 is better. I'm trying to define or trying to figure out why that. If I go back to 120, it's almost like 120 is a magic number, which no, it's not. 120. How about 80? Not good. 100. Not good. 120. Pretty good. Better. 140. 160. Not bad. Is 200. See, suddenly I get this screw up here. So that's what's confusing to me. I mean, is it trial and error that makes this stuff work? What happens if I stretch? No, I locked everything. Select all unlocked. Select all unlocked. Let's see if I stretch this out a bit. What happens? Oh, check that out. I get this big cavity. So you pull it back to here, and I don't have the cavity. Check that out. I mean, there's like a magic, and I think this is what Bill is saying. What is my transitional distance here? 120. How about 200? Still a mess. How about timer up? Oh, screw it. 400. It's like, you know, I run into this once in a while. If I go back to 120, see, it's a problem. So what do? Do I just stretch this? And it's probably what Bill's saying. I'm sure it's what Bill is saying. Oh boy, oh boy. Ain't liking it this at all, is it? Control Z. I'm not sure what that should be. How about 80? No, how about 140? How about 120? Not good. See that? But if I pull this back, what's 120? 120 is 120, 12, 6 feet, right? I don't know. Now that's not bad. I mean, I'm not getting some funky stuff going on there. And now it's getting even better, I guess. Suppose I stretch this out like this. I don't know. Pull it back like this. That's not bad. Pull it back like this. Now this is going to be really clean, I think. Watching Breaking Bad. Are you guys watching Breaking Bad? Look at this. Very nice and clean steps. That's the JPC step terrain video. You guys watching Breaking Bad? That is an awesome show, I got to tell you, man. Lynn and I are hooked on it. Just started watching it not too long ago, and there it is right there. But now if I stretch this out, and I've got some pretty big sites that I'm working on. Oh, now that's looking pretty good. You get what I'm saying? It's looking pretty good. I'm not sure what it wants to do. If I stretch this out like this, there it is right there. God, I can't quite put my finger on it. Pull it back like this, and it's sort of, I mean, not good. Pull it back like this. Now, I think what Bill would say is he'd say, here, take this, Control C, this terrain region, stick it right there. Now did you just check that out? It's not very easy to, Control Z. Okay, and Control C, Control V, stretch it right there. And if you select this, I think there's interpolate. I don't like that. I'm not sure why that is. I don't want that. I don't like that on the terrain regions for the most part. Oh, why am I getting that in? I thought I got rid of all that stuff. What about this? Oh, that's good. I don't have that interpolate to edge. I don't have the interpolate to edge. Select all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interpolate to it's not. None of them are being affected. Suppose I change it to interpolate to edge. Yeah, see all that mess is just being created. Don't interpolate. I think that is a general rule. You don't go interpolate to edge. And now this sort of has, and Doug was making a comment on this, and that he'd like to see this. And this is kind of nifty in a way, I suppose. This step stuff. If you're, yeah, I mean, well, I don't know, whatever. So I'm not sure what I just figured out about all this stuff. Suppose I get rid of this, delete. Get rid of this one, delete. Oh. If I come up over here. Oh, no, that's... The problem was I had some of these things as defined as interpolate to edge. Watch this. Interpolate to edge, I bet it messes up. Yep, big time, big time. I wish I understood that, but I don't. Now it fixes it. Don't... As a general rule, I would say don't use interpolate to edge. CV. Yeah, shit, I don't know. So, I mean, you're getting... anyway, that's the end. That's the end. BILLEMERY's interpolate to edge. I think if I had to sum this up, I would say as a general rule, do not have this checked for elevation regions. As a general rule, I would think, cancel. And if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if I change these to 4, That was a mistake I was making. I had the interpolate to edge checked. I mean, this is pretty good. How about if I change it to 400? I don't know. And Bill's saying it wants to go back to 0. I'm not sure if I agree with what he said. If I get rid of this, what happens? Oh. Check that out. One. Yeah, there's not a. I don't think there's a for sure. I don't think there's a for sure thing that I'm talking about. 120. You figure that out, will you? 2. Oh, so I'm back to that. 2, 120. It looks good. 400. Looks bad. 120 is almost like the magic number. How about 180? Yeah, not good. It's like 120 is almost the magic number. 80. Yeah, 120 is like the magic number. You see that? How about 110? Oh, shit, that's not good at all, is it? How about 130? Oh, 130 is not bad. How about 140? How about 150? How about 200? Bad. 180. 160. There. It's like 160 to 120, some magic number, and I can't explain it. I just can't. If I select, are there any kind of nothing going on here. I'm not sure what the whatever. So I guess with these terrain breaks, 120 is sort of as good as good a number as any to pick. And for these things, the elevation regions. Control Z. Sorry. U is do not interpolate. How about, well, I don't know. I usually go interiors flat because I'm sort of defining a region, so I like that. So anyway, that's I'm not sure what came out of that, but no. Sum up one more time. General rule: elevation regions. Do not check interpolate tangent to edge as a general rule. And for terrain breaks, the magic number is about 120. You might be able to fudge it. That's the end. Thanks, Bill.